straight to you. Call it love, call it fate, ricochet. You'll never know how my hand shook when I got a closer look. No more bullets in my gun, I just prayed you wouldn't run. Ricochet, ricochet. Thank God for my less than perfect day. Bounce off a heart that wasn't true, back to mine and straight to you. Call it love, call it fate, ricochet. Ah! Just to praise the Lord and waken up the day. Takes King James to the table, sips his coffee, and gathers strength as he turns each yellowed page. Oh, those words are the only truth he lives by, and every neighbor's need becomes his very own. And if he looks you in the eye, you know he means it. And the man you see is the same good man at home. He's an everyday man with an everyday life. Don't seem like much looking in from the outside. What you cannot see is what you need to understand. It's an everyday faith that makes an everyday man. A whole day's worth of work is on his farms. The sun is setting as he wrestles with his boys. Then he holds the only girl he's ever wanted, and he loves them all like he never had a choice. He's an everyday man with an everyday life. Don't seem like much looking in from the outside. But what you cannot see is what you need to understand. It's an everyday faith that makes an everyday man. One day his face will show the weathered line, like an everyday man with an everyday life. Don't seem like much looking in from the outside. But what you cannot see is what you need to understand. It's an everyday faith that makes an everyday man. It's an everyday faith that makes an everyday man. Thank you. Well, we're here at Ambrose West for Bands2Fans, and it's been a really good day today. For starters, we get to play bluegrass music today.
It's been a while.
It's been a long time. Griff, I forgot what you look like.
I look the same as I did when I was in high school.
Really?
Pretty much, that's what people tell me.
Do you get Botox or something? Or
Yep, drink the right water.
you're drinking red
Correct.
water?
The right water, yeah.
The right water. I thought you said red water. I was like, isn't that just wine?
No, the red water. Yeah.
Okay.
Like brown water.
We're going to do a song for you now off of my Ricochet album that came out about 3 years ago now. It's been a while. This song went all the way to #1 on the Bluegrass Today charts. It's called Almost Smell the Smoke.
1, 2, 3.
Tonight I saw the slightest spark, the one you swore she didn't start. When you held me in the dark, I thought for sure another's touch would be more than enough to keep her from stirring up. I can almost smell the smoke. I can almost smell the smoke. And there's no desire catching fire, and I know she's getting close. And I can feel her memory burning when you reach for me to hold. I can almost smell the smoke. Almost smell the smoke. Almost smell the smoke. Almost smell the smoke. Well, baby, you're not fooling me. Here here. We've got a great crew here working with us today. One of my favourite things about bluegrass music is that it's not all about the singer, it's about the band as a whole. And I just love playing with these guys up here. We're going to do a song that was written by a local, I believe. Is that right, Griff?
Yeah, that's Ralph Lewis.
Ralph Lewis, local guy. This one's called 40 West. In Asheville, North Carolina, playing some music for you tonight. And we're going to do a song that I wrote when I first moved to America.
Oh, the saddest one you do.
It's not the saddest one I do.
Isn't it?
I don't think it's the saddest one I do.
It seems like the saddest one you do. What would be sadder than this?
It's definitely Dave's favourite song, isn't it, Dave?
Yeah, it's my favorite.
It's your favourite.
Daddy Didn't Pray might be a little sadder.
Yeah, Daddy Doesn't Pray is a pretty sad song. I don't know if this is the saddest song I do.
That'll get Charles crying.
But when I first moved to America, I moved to Nashville, Tennessee, and I came over with a guitar and a backpack with a computer in it, because you need a computer. And I had a suitcase full of clothes, and I had $2,000 in the bank. And I figured, what's the worst that can happen? I could go home with my tail between my legs and go back to doing what I was doing in Australia. And I was mending a broken heart at the time, and I decided that the best way to get over a broken heart is to sit down and write a bluegrass song, a nice, happy bluegrass song. So I sat down with my mate Johnny Duke, who's an incredible guitarist and songwriter, and we drank 2 bottles of red wine, which may have been the downfall. But
Red water?
red water, exactly. Red, red water. No, it doesn't have the same ring to it.
Yeah.
Anyway, so we wrote this song. I'll let you guys at home and here decide whether you think it's that happy. It's called I'll Cry Tonight.
1, 3.
Every road takes its toll. Every flame leaves a burn. Not knowing where you are. Every wrong has its right. Every day leads into night. Still not knowing where you are. Every tear has its fall. And every heart hits a wall. Still not knowing where you are makes me cry. Cry, 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 so I'll cry tonight. I'll cry tonight. Every tear has its fall, and every heart hits a wall. Still not knowing where you are. And every lie you ever told, I gave in to what you sold. Still not knowing where you are makes me cry. Cry, cry, so I'll cry tonight. I'll cry tonight. So I'll cry tonight. I'll cry tonight. See, that's a happy song. I think it's a happy song. Well, we're going to do a song that I wrote now. I have two small children. I've got a 5-year-old daughter who's just started kindergarten this week, and a 17-month-old little boy. So to say that sometimes I'm forgetful would be an understatement. But my mum always used to say that if you ever forget something, it's usually right where you left it. So we wrote this song just about that, for all of us that forget things, forget where we put things. I wrote this with Jerry Sally and Alex Dooley. And it's on the Ricochet album. You guys, you're in the right key there, group?
I think so. It's in B.
That's right. Yeah.
We're good to go then.
You're good. All right.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Can't count the times you lost that key in the pocket of your old blue jeans, spinning in the washing machine, right where you left it. And then there's your favorite ball cap, running circles wondering where it's at, on the table with your whiskey glass, right where you left it. Whatever you're out searching for, I hope you find looking for a heart that's true, one that's always there for you, turn that truck around, boy, you can bet it's right where you left it. We're tearing down the gravel road, taillights in a cloud of smoke, tears falling on a goodbye note, right where you left it. If you wake up all alone and sad, 'cause you can't feel the fire we had, it's still burning here at home like mad, right where you left it. Whatever you're out searching for, I hope you find it more. Guess you just had to go to get it. If you're looking for a heart that's true, one that's always there for you, turn that truck around, boy, you can bet it's right where you left it. Whatever you're out searching for, I hope you find it more. Guess you just had to go to get it. If you're looking for a heart that's true, one that's always there for you, turn that truck around, boy, you can bet it's right where you left it. Boy, whatever you're missing right now, I'm praying one day you'll find out everything you've ever lost can be found right where you left it. Thank you. I don't know what the hardest thing is for everybody about being in lockdown and about this whole coronavirus thing. But for me, it's not touching my face. And today, right now, I have this tiny little piece of hair that keeps floating while I'm trying to sing. It's itching me. So I don't have coronavirus, everybody. I've just got a loose wire.
Loose wire.
A loose wire. But one of probably the most common thing that I hear is that when I sing, I don't sound Australian, but when I talk, I do. Would that be a fair assumption, Dave?
That would be right.
That would be right? Yeah? We took Dave to Australia. I've taken Andrew to Australia. I've taken Griff to Australia, and they all survived, everybody. Nobody got eaten by any spiders or snakes.
No. Airplane rides about did me. I'm taking an Uber next time.
You're taking Uber to Australia.
Something different.
Let me know how much that's going to cost, if you don't mind. But this song I wrote about my home, about Australia. Australia was one of the first countries in the world to allow women to immigrate by themselves without having to be married or travelling with their parents. And in the late 1860s, there would just be ships arrive into the shores of Tasmania full of women because they needed nurses and all of those kinds of things. And they didn't have many women in Australia at the time. There was a lot of mining and things going on. And so we wrote this song about that, and my Australian accent peeks through just a little bit. And I think it's because I'm singing about my home and the land that I love. This one's called Sweet English Rose.
2, 3, 4.
Started as a dream for a young English maiden, the youngest of 9 in a working class home. She boarded that ship on the struck out on her own. Buoyed by her youth, on a boat full of strangers, bound for Tasmania, just women and girls. With Charlotte for hope, mindless of the danger, to build a new future at the end of the world. As history records, in the late 1860s, boatloads of women came over the sea. Only heaven could know where the future would go. Life changed forever for this sweet English world. Well, Martin O'Shea, he was handsome and Irish, working as a blacksmith down near the quay. He felt his heart fly when his eyes met Charlotte, both of them knowing it was all meant to be. History records, in the late 1860s, boatloads of women came over the sea. Only heaven could know where the future would go. Life changed forever for this sweet English rose. He built them a house on the banks of the Derwent. In less than a year, the first child was born. They didn't have that much, but what they had was plenty. Love and a family in a home of their own. As history records, in the late 1860s, boatloads of women came over the sea. Only heaven could know where the future would go. Life changed forever for this sweet English road. Only heaven could know where the future would go. Life changed forever for this sweet English road. Started as a dream for a young English maiden. Thank you. Thank you.
Oh, wait, yeah, it's me.
Oh, sorry, just had to wet the whistle.
Wet
Wet the whistle before we do Dave's second favourite song.
Doesn't mean I got through the last one.
I might take a moment to introduce the band. Over here on banjo, he's the newest member, and we sure love having him up here playing with us. And he's a talent, that's for sure, to say the very least. He's a great bloke, Mr. Grayson Tuttle, ladies and gentlemen. Woo! Here on the guitar, he's taken a little hiatus for a little while. We've missed you, Griff. Where have you been?
Oh,
What have you been doing?
We had a baby.
You had a baby.
We had a baby.
Did you make headlines, like for the world record, that you had a baby?
I should.
You should.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
haven't yet.
You haven't yet?
I will.
He's very cute. He's very cute. Well,
She did
congratulations.
she did all the work.
Yeah, that's usual.
Yeah.
Yeah. We always do the work, the hard work.
I give
I'm
credit
just kidding.
I give credit where credit's due.
I love it. one of my favourite people in the world on guitar here, Mr. Griffman. Back here on the bass, he's our token New Yorker. Every band's got to have a token New Yorker. Why not? I think they should.
I approve.
I mean, I'm the token Australian, and you're the token New Yorker.
Take it.
He keeps us in time and he keeps the groove going, Mr. Andrew Platt. Woo! This, for all of you at home, you have no idea how hard it is to perform with no audience. Just saying. Delayed reaction there, delayed reaction. Over here on fiddle, he's been in the band for a good few years now, and we love having him up here. He plays banjo and mandolin and guitar, and I don't know, you play just about everything with strings, don't you?
Try to.
You try to. Well, you do a very good job. Mr. John Duncan, ladies and gentlemen. And to my direct right, he's my best friend, and he's been in my band since the very first show that I ever did in America, and I don't know what I'd do without you. Mr. David Penley, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to do a song for you now that I recorded on an album quite a while ago, and this picked me up my first golden guitar, which is our CMAs back home in Australia. This is called One Heartbreak Away.
1, 2, 3, 4.
If you've ever wondered just how many lonely nights you can take for granted, I'll be waiting for you when you come. Truth is, I wish I could stay forever, but I just can't keep on getting second chances out again and again. My heart can't stand this anymore. I've never been this close to walking out before. I'm just one step from 1 foot out the door. And in the time it takes for 1 teardrop to hit the floor, I'll be gone and you'll be here once sorry too late. 'Cause when it comes to leaving, I'm only 1 heartbreak away. If you're not careful, you might find out how it feels sitting home and let your thoughts run wild about who I'm with and where I am. Just think again if you think you might stay out late tonight, 'cause you run out of next time you understand. In your arms where I'd love to stay. Don't you know there's only so much hurt a heart can take? I'm just 1 step from 1 foot out the door. In the time it takes for 1 teardrop to hit the floor, I'll be gone and you'll be here once sorry too late. 'Cause when it comes to leaving, I'm only 1 heartbreak away. I'm just 1 step from 1 foot out the door. And in the time it takes 1 teardrop to hit the floor, I'll be gone and you'll be here once sorry too late. 'Cause when it comes to leaving, I'm only 1 heartbreak away. Yeah, when it comes to leaving, I'm only 1 heartbreak away. for you now off of my latest album. This is probably my favourite song. Probably my favourite song off of the album.
You tried neat.
No. I always get the key wrong with this song. I'm sorry.
At least you don't start off on the wrong
That's
foot.
what I have you here for, Griff.
Yeah.
You're here to keep me in line, you know?
I have my capo in the wrong place half the time anyways.
Well, you
Don't
have
count on
been
me.
known to
Don't
kick a
count on
song
me.
off in the wrong key, you know?
I do that.
Only every now and then. But yeah, this is probably my favourite song off of this album. And it's kind of, you know, sums up that everybody grieves differently, and sometimes we're not quite ready to go through that process, whatever that grieving process is. And for me, this last 4 months, I've been grieving bluegrass. That's kind of been what I've been grieving. Bluegrass. I miss bluegrass.
It misses you.
It misses me.
It misses you.
I miss it.
We shall keep bluegrass music alive.
We shall. I like it. But
With
this song was
Amber's
written
West.
by an incredibly talented bloke named Bill White. Did I just cut you off?
No, I was to say with Ambrose West.
Yes, Ambrose West. Isn't this venue beautiful? It's stunning. And the audience tonight is incredible. Thank you so much. The three of you for
Kind of
being
what we're
here.
used to. Got the crowd size we're used to, isn't it?
Kind of what we're used to here.
Hey,
I'm sorry.
Dave,
You guys-
I know you've been in my band since like the start, but you know,
Sorry.
I'm just kidding. This song was written by a good friend of mine, Bill White, and as soon as I heard it, I knew I had to record it. It's called So Many Rainy Days.
1, 2.
I ain't had time for healing and getting over you. It's hard to do your grieving when the skies are perfect blue. He knows every drop is helping to wash the hurt away. So maybe that's why God makes so many rainy days. Feels like I've cried an ocean. I'm out here on my own. Guess that's what tears are made for, to cleanse your heart and mend your soul. There's a promise in a rainbow and a reason for the pain. So maybe that's why God makes so many rainy days. I know the sun can shine so bright, but I'm not ready for the light. I'll settle for these shades of gray. Thunder rolls and lightning strikes, makes me feel I wanna fight. But first I have to find a prayer to pray. So maybe that's why God makes so many rainy days. I know the sun can shine so bright, but I'm not ready for the light. I'll settle for these shades of gray. Thunder rolls and lightning strikes, makes me feel I wanna fight. But first I have to find a prayer to pray. So maybe that's why God made so many Thank you. Well,
I love it. It's awesome.
whenever I'm feeling homesick, I jump in the car and I drive the 40 East, and I head to North Carolina. And we're trying to work out earlier. I've done 94,000 miles in my new car. It's not new anymore, but I reckon about 50,000 of them have been me driving Highway 40, because it's
40 West?
I know that. 40. No, I drive 40 West on the way home.
Mm-hmm.
That's true. But yeah, I know that road like the back of my hand. I know where all the good spots are, where to stop, where to get good food and good coffee.
How many times do you cross Caney Fork River?
I actually don't know. Balsam Range can tell me, I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure.
It's like
I'm not sure.
4 or 5.
And while we're introducing folks, let's tell you that we're proud to share the stage with a fine young lady here, one of the finest singers that I've heard in bluegrass, and hopefully she's going to be picking up a lot of bluegrass awards here in America. But she hails from Adelaide, Australia. If you'd make her welcome, this is the incomparable Miss Kristy Cox.
Thank you. We're going to do a song about me. I wrote this one about myself. I never dreamed in my life that a girl from Adelaide, South Australia would be playing bluegrass music at Ambrose West in North Carolina. But here I am. This one's called South to North Carolina. The first time I ever heard Lester and Earl, I never dreamed that bluegrass music would take me around the world. From Adelaide to Sydney, LA to New York City, anywhere they play it feels like home to me. Tonight I'll be headed south to North Carolina. You can leave your cares behind you, get me deep in the ponds, headed south to North Carolina, just like an old streamliner rolling down Highway 95. There ain't nothing like that Carolina air. Those misty mountain mornings, just can't breathe it anywhere. I got some good friends waiting. Soon we'll all be playing and singing about my Blue Ridge cabin home. And here I go, headed south to North Carolina. You can leave your cares behind you, get knee deep in the ponds, headed south to North Carolina, just like an old streamliner rolling down Highway 95. Headed south to North Carolina. You can leave your cares behind you, get knee deep in the ponds, headed south to North Carolina, just like an old streamliner rolling down Highway 95, just like an old streamliner rolling down Highway 95. Thank you. Well, I'm going to do a song for you now that was my first ever single in the acoustic world, I guess you would say. Growing up, I listened to a lot of Emmylou Harris and Mel Haggard and Slim Dusty back home in Australia. He was probably our biggest country star, probably still is to today. He's the grandfather of country music back home. And also listened to a lot of Flatt and Scruggs and all of that good stuff too. But as a teenager, I thought that, to have a career in music, I had to play country pop because that's what most of the girls my age were doing. And I discovered this thing called the IBMA. We came over to America for my first trip back in 2007, and I fell in love straight away with this music. That I grew up listening to bluegrass music, but being from Australia, I didn't know that was what I was listening to. I just thought it was country music, and I just went, wow, I can play the music that I love. There's all these people playing the music that I love. So I called Jerry Sally, my producer, and I said I would really like to do a bluegrass album. And I was a bit nervous at the time. I wasn't sure how country radio back home was going to take it, so we put some drums on a couple of the tracks and tried to make it country radio friendly. And this was the first single I ever released, and it went all the way to #1 on country radio back home as a bluegrass song. So I've recorded this one twice. I love it that much. And this one's called That's Where the Faith Comes In.
1 and 2.
Spinning wheels, midnight ride, getting lost on some lonesome back road, missing you and losing time. Where this ends up, only God knows. The world is turning round and I can't see the sun right now, but God, I believe somehow it's gonna rise again. So I pray that the rain will stop, and I trust there's some way off this bridge that I need to cross. That's where the faith comes in. Breaking down, asking why, can't make sense out of things that just don't. And looking up at the sky for any kind of sign of some hope. And the world is turning round and I can't see the sun right now, but God, I believe somehow it's gonna rise again. So I pray that the rain will stop, and I trust there's some way off this bridge that I need to cross. That's where the faith comes in. And I know this heartache, but I don't know where or when. The world is turning round and I can't see the sun right now, but God, I believe somehow it's gonna rise again. So I pray that the rain will stop, and I trust there's some way off this bridge that I need to cross. That's where the faith comes in. And the world is turning round and I can't see the sun right now, but God, I believe somehow it's gonna rise again. So I pray that the rain will stop, and I trust there's some way off this bridge that I need to cross. That's where the faith comes in. Thank you. Yeah. Well, thank you so much for having us, Bands2Fans. You guys are amazing. Yeah. Today has been the best day that I think I've had since at least March. I got up this morning and I had a coffee in a place that wasn't my home, and I went and bought a new outfit, and I got to play bluegrass music, and I think that's probably the best thing. I'm actually wearing heels for the first time in about 6 months. Don't recommend it, ladies. It's not a good idea. But that's okay. And I put makeup on. I didn't even know I owned makeup anymore. Griff, where's your... Did you put makeup on today too?
I left it at home.
You left it at home?
Sorry, next time I'll bring it along.
Next time? Cool. Well, a big thank you to Sam and the crew at Bands2Fans for having us tonight, and we're going to leave you with this one. This is a song off of my new album, and I like it because it's fun. And it's probably the closest that you'll ever hear to me rapping. I'm not a very good rap artist, and we decided that this is bluegrass rap at its best, or brap for short. Kind of different to the country version. Anyway, we're going to do this one for you. This one's called Train. Thank you so much for having us.
1 and 2.
Train on a runaway one-way track, just like me, then coming back. Train on a runaway one-way track, just like me, then coming back. Rain gonna outrun your thunderstorm. I ain't living under this cloud anymore. When you wake up this morning, look around and I'll be gone. You'll find me on a southbound, letting go and moving on. Train. You've been lying, I've been finding out that you've been trying to hide. Forgiving you ain't on my mind this time. Shade of lipstick on your collar ain't a color that I'd bother painting on my lips. So I'm gonna ride the train on a runaway one-way track, just like me, it ain't coming back. Rain gonna outrun your thunderstorm. I ain't living under this cloud anymore. When you wake up this morning, look around and I'll be gone. You'll find me on a southbound, letting go and moving on. Train, yeah. Got my ticket at the station, whistles blowing, no more waiting. Now I've made a choice between this train and you, and I didn't choose you. Train on a runaway one-way track, just like me, it ain't coming back. Rain gonna outrun your thunderstorm. I ain't living under this cloud anymore. When you wake up this morning, look around and I'll be gone. You'll find me on a southbound, letting go and moving on. Train, train. When you wake up this morning, look around and I'll be gone. You'll find me on a southbound, letting go and moving on. Train. Thank you. Have fun. Have a good night.